Hey YouTube, B3 here, back another kicking graphic novel review, boy.
I feel like I have to do that every time.
Yeah, that's almost your thing. Yeah, so got one we've been sitting on for a little while.
We promised it to you in the last one.
Yeah, we got New 52 Batman Volume 1, The Court of the Owls.
Oh, man!
The creative team on New 52 Batman was insane. I read it all single issue, and I'm getting the graphic novels. That's how good it was.
They might have literally been a little insane based on some of the stuff we saw here. Some of that stuff is deep and creepy.
Yeah, Scott Snyder's like... When I first read this book, I was like, boy. Because I got this graphic novel. I don't have issues 1 through 7 or whatever. Yeah, 1 through 7 that are in here. Okay. I don't have the single issues for them, because I got this book first.
Right.
And then I read it, and I was like, holy shit. This is one of the books that got me reading single issue comics.
Okay.
It was this, Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters, and then I was reading both those, and I was like, fuck it, might as well read Red Lanterns. And then Scarlet Spider happened, and it just went downhill from there.
Basically, this was your gateway drug.
Yeah, this was my gateway drug. New 52 Batman will hook you, but it's all in graphic novel form now. All the tie-ins and stuff are too, so you can read the whole thing without
being addicted like him.
Yeah.
So.
Still addicted.
Well, as well you should be. It's Batman New 52.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed with this.
But so. Greg Capullo's art, Scott Snyder's writing, and the rest of the creative team is just incredible.
There are some moments of the art that I absolutely adore, and then some of it just kind of... Some of it was a little off... I mean, intentionally off-putting is the thing, I suppose.
Yeah, like real creepy stuff, like the hallucinating stuff.
Oh God! And as Batman, well, we'll take that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So you want to start this off?
Yeah, well, it starts off with him in Arkham. A bunch of inmates are busted out. He's clobbering them back into their cells. It appears that he teams up with the Joker, but he doesn't. It's just Dick Grayson who's undercover. Plus, the Joker's been missing for like a year or something at this point. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's not the Joker. If you read Detective Comics, you'd know that. I didn't read that Detective Comics, so I'm just being an ass.
It was really... I mean, like, I was seriously, like, going, what? The entire time.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either until he took his holographic mask off. Yeah, I was like, oh.
That makes sense.
Pulling that shit on me. But yeah, and then it introduces, all these characters, and he goes to this gala or whatever the fuck, and he's like, I want to change all of Gotham's infrastructure and build all these skyscrapers and shit, and I'm a philanthropist.
Starts chatting up one of like the mayor potential guys, and then he sees Jim Gordon over his shoulder talking on the phone, looking all urgent and stuff, and he's got the bat computer literally in his eye now.
Yeah. And it seems like
back computer.
Someone's been murdered.
Yep, stabbed 32 times.
Yeah, all the right places, so that he'd bleed out as slow and painfully as possible.
Yep, that's not a good thing.
Eventually you find out this dude, he's friggin' ex-Court of Owls.
And as Batman is investigating the scene, he smells linseed oil, which is really flammable paint thinner. And he takes Buddy's cigar and sticks it against the wall, and it lights up in a message, tomorrow Bruce Wayne will die.
Yes. So yeah, the court is targeting Bruce Wayne because he's going to change the infrastructure of Gotham, and that's where all their secret hideouts and shit are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been like a myth in Gotham for hundreds of years, the Court of Owls. Mm-hmm. Batman doesn't even believe in it.
No, he thinks he is the only legend that Gotham needs. Literally a quote right there.
Yeah, but the court tries to assassinate him and Lincoln March, which is the mayor candidate he was talking to. Yeah, and they fail on both accounts. They are losers, dude.
But that is our first run-in with the Talon, who is the Court of Owls owl-themed hitman.
Who's very cool. Like, this was the first appearance of Court of Owls and Talon and stuff.
I love his design.
Yeah, they just took off, man.
He is so cool looking.
I love him. I have his action figure. He's very cool.
His design is fantastic. Oh my gosh, everything about him is phenomenal. I mean, he gets thrown off of the top of a 30th story building and he walks away from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have this dope healing factor.
Which we explain it. Do you want to explain it at the end?
We can talk about it now because you see it really soon.
Well, they've got an implant in one of their teeth that's got a lot of electrum in it. Electrum, if those you don't know, is a strange combination of gold and silver that was really popular throughout the medieval ages and before that, as well as it's
You're here because of that history and English degree, dude. So tell them what they need to know, man.
It's hey, I'm finally earning my keep.
Yeah.
So
I'll mark that as 1.
I need to keep like a slate over here, like number of times Matt's earned his keep. So well, you get to call me a fucking casual all the time. That makes you feel good.
You probably know more about alchemy than me. If that makes you feel better.
That does make me feel better. So, fucking casual. So, Electrum was very popular for things like coins, jewelry, that kind of thing. In this, they're using it in some questionable ways that I don't really buy. But in theory, in the comic, the Electrum is slowly...
I don't really buy it. The last one we read was about gods and shit.
Okay, but this is when they're
like, I don't buy the tooth implant.
But that's a dentist, and I can totally call bullshit on this. So
Dad's a dentist, and I have a history degree. So
this is right in my freaking alley. All right, so the thing is that they're claiming the Electrum is slowly working its way through all of these cells in the human body. The problem is there's a lot of cells in the human body, and there's no way a tiny little tooth implant is going to be able to get all the way to every bit of your body. And the theory is that they're supercharging your cells, or these Hitman's cells, with Electrum so that they can just literally rejuvenate them back to life with like a good old electrical kind of shock.
No, you don't know this yet. It's not a spoiler. You don't know this yet,
Okay.
though. In the next volume, which I got ready to go for you, there's also something they like stole some of Mr. Freeze's research and stuff, and that's part of the formula.
Okay.
So the Electrum, I guess, kind of like jumpstarts the formula that's already in
the Electrum essentially provides a super highway of conductors, as they use that word a couple times, conducting whatever serum and zappity zap juju they use. So, but, okay, I can buy that.
I think the big question is, how has he had 4 Robins if he's only been fighting crime for 6 years?
Oh, no, that's absolute bullshit. Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, but, you know, they explain Damien. Oh, he was artificially aged by Talia. Okay, now explain Dick, Jason.
We could potentially explain it in the DC Universe Rebirth.
We'll talk about Rebirth.
We will later, but
we need to continue with this.
Hold on to that thought. Anyways.
But yeah, so they're here for the debates. That's why I do this with you and not alone. Because it's boring if I do it by myself. But yeah, so Batman's trying to get information out of all these gangs in the subway. They don't know jack. They don't know shit. He talks to Lincoln. Lincoln doesn't know why they wanted to kill him, but it's just he's mayoral candidate. You know what other reason they got?
Is Lincoln part of the Court of Owls?
No.
That'd be hilarious to me if he was. That also seemed like a very Batman-esque thing to do. But anyways.
Yeah. But then, he finds some hideouts and shit, and he's like, fuck, they do exist, man. It's not just someone...
He checks Alan Wayne, his great-grandfather's, mausoleum, and they have a base in his great-grandfather's mausoleum. How fucked up is that?
And they killed his great-grandfather,
which
is even worse.
That's like just teabagging the grave right there. You put him in it, and then you're going to build a frickin' hideout for the people who killed him on it. Anyways.
Yeah, but they're like one step ahead of him this whole book.
Which is strange for Batman, because usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, but he tells the story about how he tried to find the court after his parents' murder, because he didn't think it could just be some random shit. But it was. They confirmed that it was in multiple books in the New 52. Every time it seems like, it's some big conspiracy, they're like, no, this is random.
Really just random.
It was really just random. But yeah, so the court gets him, they capture him, and they put him in this fucking maze they have.
Just a massive labyrinth.
No food, one source of water, and it's drugged. So he's not answering, he's like going crazy down there.
He's down there for like 8 straight days.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's a moment where Jim is up on the roof and he's refused to turn the bat signal off for the last 8 days. And then
doesn't it blow a bulb or something?
Yeah, it blows a bulb after 8 straight days of heavy usage. And so he's down there. Think about this though. You know the rule of 3 for survival, right?
Give it to him.
3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Any of those will kill you. So 3 days without water, right? He's gone 8 days with only a little bit of drugged water. This Batman is freaking he's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's conditioned his body to be able to run on minimum stuff.
That's like a base level physical requirement, is that water.
Might have had friggin' kind bar in his belt.
No, that got taken from him.
Oh, it did get taken
from him. He doesn't have his belt.
Right, he doesn't have his belt.
So,
that's the smartest thing a villain can do. The villains always forget to take his belt off. Take his belt.
Take his MacGuffin belt.
And then it like turns around and shit. It gets all upside down when he's. It is a pretty good effect. Because I was just as confused as he was. Because he's tripping on acid or whatever the fuck.
Well, and I think the dehydration's kicking in.
Down.
Well, first it goes normal, and then it goes sideways.
Which isn't too uncommon in comics.
And then it inverts itself as he slowly progresses into madness brought on by being hunted through this maze over the course of days, being drugged, dehydrating, and starving.
Yeah, first time I read this, I was like, what the fuck, do I have a misprint? And then I got to the end and I was like, oh, no, I don't.
and they're toying with him the whole time. I mean, they're literally toying with him, trying to drive him insane.
And this fool somehow beats the Talon and gets out of there. He's rescued by Harper Row. You'll learn more about her in Volume 2.
This is the part where we get to the art that I was at once disturbed and in love with.
Which art?
Okay, just...
Love me some Grey Capullo, man.
Okay, so... things like this.
Oh yeah, when he's tripping and the Talon's kind of looking more owl-like, he's looking more bat-like.
Yeah, I mean, like, all of this, it's, so as he's slowly being driven into madness, his cheeks start to get sunken in, the stubble's coming out, his eyes are getting red and wild looking, and he, like, I mean, he genuinely looks, it's the only time I've ever seen Batman not in control. And he clearly loses it, and the art really does a good job of demonstrating that, where in these fight scenes, he's drawn, like, as a bat, with, like, fangs, and as a monster, fighting another monster. Like, he's sunken below even human level. That's how far the Court of Owls has driven him down, is he is no longer even human fighting for survival. He's just on primal instinct.
But he does defeat and capture the main Talon that he's fighting with.
Yes.
They just awaken all the other ones right after.
Immediately after. It was like, okay, you took one, we have an army.
Yeah, but if you just keep them really cold, then they like hibernate, go into like a hibernation mode,
right?
Which is pretty cool. But
that serum, whatever stuff can't. It has a certain amount of temperature required to run the revival healing factor thing. So put them on ice and they're good to go.
But yeah, so this Talon is actually Dick Grayson's great-grandfather. Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned all the stuff about he had the implant in his tooth, supposed to be a Talon, but
so the circus,
he left the circus before they would have recruited him.
Well, the circus was actually a front. And again, the Court of Owls references a lot of ancient culture. So the circus used to be like part of the gladiatorial fighting and a lot of the blood sports that the Romans were well known for. But the circus included entertainers and all kinds of other stuff, but also strongmen, things like what we'd associate with it now, but respected a lot more back then. So they still used the circus as their recruitment tool to find and recruit young and incredibly athletic people to turn into their Talons, or their assassins. And Dick Grayson had been highlighted and had an Electrum thing implanted in his tooth, and was intended to be one of the Talons before he got recruited, of course. And Batman has a very kind and gentle way of showing him this.
Yeah, he knocks his fucking tooth out. Backhand
the shit out of him, out of frickin' nowhere.
I mean...
And he managed to precisely knock out one tooth. Not like any other. He got the one tooth he needed to come right out of Dick's face.
Insane. My
fucking Batman.
Ass.
Yeah, my fucking...
But yeah. And this graphic novel ends with all the Talons being unleashed on the city, which starts the Night of the Owls, which was the first Batman event of the New 52. Boop. That's that. And this story...
fantastic.
Yeah, this whole story continues in Volume 2, so stick around. We're going to try to get that to you fast.
That's it over there.
Because this isn't technically the end of the story.
No. This is like the prelude.
It's dope. And then after that, it's a Joker story.
Good. I haven't had one of those yet. But yeah, no, this is a fantastic story, y'all. The art is...
It's great, yeah.
It's fantastic.
When they left Batman, I was like upset, but now we got Tom King and a great creative team on Batman for Rebirth as well, and they're really killing it. Their Bane stories have been incredible.
Good.
I Am Suicide, I Am Bane. They were amazing, absolutely amazing. I don't have the graphic novel for those.
That's okay.
I'm reading those singly.
That's okay.
But yeah,
Your addiction continues.
that is, yeah, I gotta, if you don't read Batman when the issues come out, they get spoiled for you. Everything else I can avoid the spoilers for, but not
Not
Batman.
Batman. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's it. Batman, Volume 1, The Court of the Owls, this entire run,
Get it.
highly recommended. I think it's like
Get
10 volumes. Highly
Freaking
recommended.
get it.
It's insanely good. Scott Snyder's one of the best comic writers ever. Like, he's Superman Unbound. He was on Swamp Thing New 52 for the first 3 volumes. I got those, so
Good.
you're welcome. But that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And next time, what you've all been waiting for, but probably not really, DC Universe Rebirth, the Deluxe Edition. Yeah.
Woo!
So this is what everything from Rebirth spins out of.
Oh man, there's gonna be some continuity theories here.
Yeah.
This is
so
what I was referencing earlier about the whole Dick Grayson thing. We'll talk about that.
we'll try to get through it as fast as possible. But that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.